I guess once we get planning done, then we'll, we gotta mow. We gotta do some mowing. Hopefully it doesn't lag too hard. Mowing can be a leggy, process, unfortunately. But we won't have any of these corn planters running around, so that'll help. I just didn't want to do everything at once. I'm already down to the 20s on my frames, so. Oh, thanks. Right. That's another reason I'm looking forward to going to a regular map for a little while. We should get frame rate again. I'm excited about it. Oh, boy. Very, very excited about getting some frame rates again, you know? More than... Well, 30... as long as I'm above 30, I don't really care. I feel like once you get below 30, you can notice it. But like 30 to 60, I feel like is not as noticeable, you know, as like 20 to 30. Frames, what are those? What are those? Beardman, we're going to be switching to the DLC map when it comes out in 2 weeks. The Fuzzy Cow DLC map with fishing. Fishing the fuzzy cows. I honestly don't know if I could name... I don't know the name of the map offhand. To be completely honest. So yeah. I wonder if that's the... I have to listen to that. Scanner things, chat, sorry. Scanner things. It's the road that the guys who bought Grandpa's farm live on. Something just got called out, and it might be one of them. Not sure. Could be the older brother. Could be. Not too sure. But anyway, back and forth we go. So actually, I'll jump to 10 next, and then we got, yeah, okay. Then we'll take a convoy over to Field 6 and get it done. Well, actually, no. What we'll probably do is send 2 to 6 and get them running. That's what I'll do. I'll fill them up, send 2 to 6, wish them good luck, and then we can plant all the smaller fields that we have left. So we can course play auto drive them over there and have them get going. Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's the strat. The nice thing is we don't have to herbicide any of these fields down here because they were all corn, so they've all been plowed, obviously. So that is very nice. I like that quite a bit, actually. That'll help us out a lot. And since they're soybeans, we don't really need to worry about fertilizing them, so we could run through the fields with the sprayer on just to get the, like, make sure we get our peak score, but not necessary. It's all good. And then actually, well, I think we got a couple months on all that yet. What if there's ever a mowing contract for 61? I feel like that would be insane, right? Because it's in either clover or alfalfa right now, but no. That'd be quite a contract. It'd be wild to get. Be super leggy with all those windrows, but you know, that's okay. I actually need to watch the contracts and maybe need to start doing some plowing / cultivating contracts again. We haven't really been doing contracts on here. Tony did some on Saturday, but you know, contract Tony comes out on Sundays, but he was, you know, at my farm all day on Sunday, so he didn't get to do any contracts this past Sunday. So haven't really done contracts on here since we came back on here. Not too many anyway. We've done a few, I guess. It's all good. So maybe this next Sunday, Tony can go crazy doing some contracts. Or no, we're going to a party thing on Sunday. Never mind. That won't work. Forgot about that. Dang it. Oh well. Trust me, I really looking forward to it too, let me tell you. Really looking forward to it, chat. Not at all. That's okay. It'll be fun, I guess. I don't know. Probably not. Right. I'm sure we'll have some good stories next Monday. How about that? If nothing else, I'm going to be sitting at this party going, all right, what stories am I going to tell tomorrow? You know, we're going to turn it into content somehow. That's where my brain goes. Like, what part of this are we going to tell stream? Not all of it, obviously. 'Cause, yeah. Most of it we'll tell y'all. There was one conversation at the farm Saturday that we don't need to tell y'all about. Or Sunday. Oh, goodness. But other than that, you know, yeah. Best was Tony getting, you know, basically mugged by that 4-year-old. That was great. Reason Tony can barely walk now, you know. It's pretty funny. Oh, man. Alright, we've got... Okay, those two, yeah. They're going to be just about done about the same time. That's good. We're still hauling TMR. It's like the never-ending process over here. Of course, we haul, what is it, 55,000 at a time, and we needed probably about 500,000 in each farm. We only got one truck running each farm, so it's not a fast process by any stretch of the imagination. So, but that's all right. It gets the job done eventually, and I don't have to run that many truckloads, so I don't care. Lots of falls today on the scanner, chat. People will be falling. It's not good. Not good. Right. Got a little smidge. Clean up the smidge. Righty. Can you buy the scanners? You can buy scanners. I listen on the computer on the website. It's called Broadcastify. You can pull up by state and then county, and then it'll show you every available scanner in that county. So, like, for instance, if I wanted to listen to, you know, Mississippi River barge traffic, I think there's a channel for that I could listen to. Right now I'm listening to like fire/EMS. I used to listen to PD, but they have encrypted PD in my area now. So I can't listen to PD legally. It's just not on the website. I'd have to get like a physical scanner and like break it and jailbreak it and stuff to do that, but I'm not gonna do that. So I also have an app on my phone. I don't have, well, I have my grandpa's like ancient physical like scanner thing. But I haven't plugged that thing in like 10 years, and honestly, actually it's probably been like 20 years. I'd be kind of terrified to plug it in, to be honest. It might blow up. So yeah. Your county isn't listed? Really? That's kind of weird. I use an app on my phone called Scanner Radio. If we're like out, or if I'm at the farm and like, you know, see lights, I'll pull it up all the time down there. Or sometimes if I like see a big cloud of smoke, I'll like the first thing I do is open the scanner app and like just start listening. So yeah, perfectly legal to listen, as long as it's not encrypted. So again, Broadcastify, Scanner Radio is an app if you want to go that route. That's what I use. So it's just a web browser right now is what I have open. So doesn't have any fee. Yeah, that happens sometimes too. Yeah. Yeah, the national, that's another one that's on there that I could listen to for our areas, the National Weather Service, yeah. Which is kind of interesting. I've done that before too. It's kind of annoying sometimes, but yeah. Yep. I could listen, so if I hear like a bunch of cops cruising down the highway, I'll pull open like, oh, what is it? Troop C, which is the Missouri Highway Patrol. The St. Louis area is what they call Troop C. And it's like, sometimes I'll listen to that if I hear a bunch of like sirens going down the highway. It's like, oh, there must be a police chase. I used to really enjoy the PD side of it, especially when it was like, it happened more than once. I'd hear like one of Dad's customers get pulled over, like, you know, one of their like XYZ lawn care company truck, you know. I'd call Dad and be like, hey, you need to call the owner and give him some grief. His guy just got pulled over for speeding. That happened numerous times. Because it was, the way it used to be was it was PD for the entire county. So obviously we have like, you know, state, well, state was not included on there, but it was like county PD, the city I live in, the next city up the highway, the next city up the highway, the next city up the highway. And like, it used to be all of them, which was really cool. Sometimes got a little chaotic on the radio, but it was really interesting listening to all the county, or everything in the county, I should say. Yeah, that was kind of cool. So it's kind of neat, but they encrypted that like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something now, or I don't even remember how long it's been. It's been a while though. So unfortunately I can't listen to the PD side, but it's cool to, I don't know, I enjoy listening to it because like it always brings me back to, you know, carpet farming at Grandpa's house when we used to have the set top scanner on. I'd go hang out with Grandpa a bunch when he was, you know, living at home alone. Grandma was already in the nursing home at the time, and he just needed somebody to hang out. And that was me a lot of days. And I would play farm toys, play Hot Wheels maybe, you know, a lot of farm toys. Grandpa didn't have a ton of farm toys at his house, but we had enough, you know. I had enough. And I've got them all. They're all in a box in my basement. I haven't seen them since, I know where they are in my basement, but it's one of those like memory things where I kind of don't want to see them in a way. Haven't seen them since 2005. Because that's when Grandpa passed, and that's when they got packed up. And actually, no, shoot, it would be way before then, because they got packed up when my brother bought Grandpa's house. Yeah, one of my brothers bought Grandpa's house. He still lives there, and they would have been packed up then. And that was, God, when was that? Long time ago. I don't know. Grandpa died in 05, but he lived in a nursing home for quite a while. Nursing / like assisted living and stuff before that, but yeah. So let's see. I know Grandpa was in a nursing home when my grandma died in 99. or in 2000. Whenever Grandma died, he was already in a home then. So probably somewhere around 99 or 2000. Actually, it's been since I've seen those farm toys. I know where they are, and they're gonna stay there. So I think I might be the only one in the family that actually knows where they're at, and I ain't telling nobody else where they're at. Because I claimed them. They are mine. Nobody touch. Just saying. They actually have, Dad has it in his room, actually. It's Alice Chalmer 8010. A diecast of it. It was the last tractor Grandpa bought was the 8010. And Dad bought him a diecast of it. And Grandpa always kept it in the box. In this secretary thing in this kitchen. And whenever I'd go over, I was allowed to get the thing out of the box, but like nobody else was carpet farming in those days. So I was the only one that ever really played with that tractor. And I always thought it was cool that Grandpa let me, you know, mess with his tractor, basically. Nobody else ever, yeah, it was fun. All right, so I'm going to make the move here with a couple of tractors real quick. Not move too far, but a little bit. But anyway, we still have that tractor. It's still in the box. It's pretty cool. I don't know if we ever had a combine at Grandpa's house, like part of the toys. I know we had tractors and we had like plow and like, to be honest, that stuff's like not special. It's all like probably, I mean, it's special to me, but it's probably all like broken and stuff from all the grandkids over the years who used to like playing with all those toys. I haven't seen them in so long, and I bet you they're trashed. But like, that's okay, because it's about the memories, you know? Just saying. It's about the memories, chat. Oh yeah. Actually, somebody at the farm, it was my dad's cousin's wife. I was talking to her just about stuff, you know, the farm and whatnot. She goes, yeah, I really like how sentimental you guys are here. You know, you have, you know, we have my great grandpa, we have a shovel that was his. I've never used it. It just sits in our shed all the time, right? And it's really cool looking, and it's ancient. She's like, yeah, it's really neat how sentimental you are. And I go, yeah, it's all me. Nobody else around here cares. And it's true. You know, there's some old wooden folding chairs in the loft of our building, of our shed. And years and years and years ago, Dad wanted to throw them away. Actually, he wanted to burn them. And I was like, no, you can't do that. And he's like, why? They're from the old church back in the day. And I was like, yeah, they're ancient. We're not doing that. And he put them back in the shed. They're still up there. But like, I don't know. I get weird about some of that stuff. It's like, why throw it away? It's perfectly good. Just because it's old and we don't use it doesn't mean we have to eat it, you know? Nothing wrong with being a little sentimental. Humble brag, I'm the best. I mean, I didn't quite say it like that, but yeah, that's what I meant. Very humble. I mean, come on, chat. No, but like, truthfully, nobody else is sentimental in my family. You know, like, Mom was barely buried, and my one sibling, or my one brother and my sister came over and were throwing away her cookbooks or take them to Goodwill. And it's like, what are y'all doing? They got rid of cookbooks that had family recipes written in the front. You don't get rid of that stuff. At least scan it first, you know? Like, you don't just, like, throw that stuff out. We lost all kinds of good recipes because Mom used to write them in the front and backs of cookbooks. As I think a lot of moms did and grandmas did over the years, you know? And they would just... No, they had to go away. They got rid of like half her cookbooks like 2 days after her funeral. Okay. Yeah, that's not cool. Not cool at all. You don't do that. And then now it's like everybody's like, oh, I wonder where that recipe is. It's like, you guys got rid of it. So you got what you wanted, you know? So you done got rid of it, Bobby. But yeah. If it were up to them, there wouldn't be anything of Mom's left. And I'm sorry, I can't do that. So can't do it. But yeah, can't do it. Just saying. Your mom has recipes on note cards. Yeah. Yeah. Somewhere there was a box of note cards of my grandma's recipes. I don't know where they went. At one time, I think we had it. It might be in our house somewhere, but I don't know. It was a whole bunch of grandma's old recipes, mom's. Yeah, I don't know what happened to them. Really kind of a... Oh, dang it, chat. I forgot to copy the freaking thing out of this planner. Forgot to copy the course chat for this planner. Yep, I guess we're going to have to drive over there now. I wasn't going to, but... I guess I will. Tell you what, we'll send this over there. I'll jump over there with the semi truck in a minute. But yeah. That's what we'll do. We'll jump over there with the semi. I just forgot to copy it to the clipboard, but that's okay. All right. Let's go. There you go, Sean. Yeah, I'm not opposed to like kind of packing some stuff up, you know, and moving it, because you know memories are hard sometimes, you know, and I get that. So I would have been perfectly fine if they came over and they said, hey, you know, with Dad's direction, you know, if Dad would have said, hey, I don't want to have these sitting here all the time, it's too painful, that's totally understandable. Let's pack them up, put them in the basement, whatever, do something with them, or at least go through the things and scan out any of the ones that, like, you know, were handwritten in there, or she had like post-it notes kind of sticking out of cookbooks too, so some of them for page markers. Let's just see what that recipe is and let's give it the old scan, you know, and stuff like that. But no, they took all kinds of stuff to Goodwill, and it really annoyed me that they actually waited. I guess it wasn't like 2 days after the funeral. I was streaming. They waited till they knew I was streaming, and then they came over and did what they did, and I came unglued. After that, and that was the only time they've ever done that. They haven't been back to throw away her stuff since. So, and it's been a lot of years now, so yeah. Basically for baking. I got you, Sean. Yeah, at least you guys kept it though. Because, you know, I don't really bake either, but like my aunt the other day was like, boy, I wish we had that. There's a pumpkin cake recipe that Mom used to make. And I'm sure I could go on the internet and I could find something very similar to it, but it's not the one that Mom used. And I almost bet you know, she made some kind of change to it, you know, because so many people did that. They made it, I didn't like this, and made a change to it. She did that all the time. And she'd go back in her cookbook and she would scratch something out or add a note or whatever. And it's like, you know, if I just go Google a recipe, it's not the same, you know? Like hers might have started with a Googled recipe or out of a cookbook, but I guarantee she changed it in some way. Like it'll never be the same, you know? I got you, Sean, yeah. Problem is, I don't remember the changes, to be honest. Oh, that guy's not even here yet. We beat the planter here, chat. We beat the planter. Let's go. Yeah, Cuddly Wolf, that's a great idea. That's honestly a really, really, really good idea. If you know, still had them. We don't have them is the problem, and I shouldn't laugh about it, but like, yeah, we just don't. They got rid of all of them. Or at least mom's. I don't know about grandma's recipes. And there's a few of grandma's recipes. There's a... Actually, I don't know if anybody knows her brownie recipe. She made the best brownies. She made a cheesecake too. And my one brother, he has perfected it. So whenever there's a family function, he usually makes grandma's cheesecake. It's to die for. It's so good. It's super, super good. Gotcha, Sean. Gotcha. Very nice. All right, so I have copied that course to the clipboard. Now we just need to wait on this seeder. While we wait, let's admire our 1 million liters of dry corn. Oh boy. Oh, I got Sean. Wow, look at the dry corn. Okay, there, we admired it. Look upon my pile of dry corn. Wait, chat. I don't weigh anything. Finally. Oh, man. All this eating better's paying off, chat. I don't weigh anything. Let's go. Oh, gosh. All right. Come on, planter. We need you, buddy. It's actually good. It's giving the first one a little time to get ahead. It's not a problem. Then I guess I'll I gotta go get my guy parked at 28. Yeah, 26, 28, 32, 34, and then we're done planting besides 6, which, to be honest, we will probably end up with our planters done at 6 because it's a big field, but it's all good. Come on. Well, it's a lot. We're gonna need a lot of trains later. I don't even know our total dry corn number actually yet. Like an actual number. I could guesstimate, but I don't know an actual number. Which is kind of crazy, honestly. That's okay. It's a lot of dry corn, y'all. That's what it is. It's a lot, okay? Oh, buddy, you're not supposed to do that. How did the other guy make it through there, but this guy's like, can't do it. Wow. Wow. Alright, well, at least we're full on seed. They've got 45... I didn't realize it's such a weird number. 4,581 liters of seed. So they should be good to plant. And like I said, we'll probably end up over here with the other planters eventually. Just because it is a massive field. Alright. As long as he actually, like, turns here and drives. Other buddy is now maybe thinking about planting soybeans anyway. What is he doing? He's not planting. I need to make sure these start before I leave. Because if they lose their way, Which is totally what he did. Yep, okay, let's go fix it. We gotta fix it before we leave, otherwise we'll just waste time. And most likely this second guy will do the same thing, where they go stupid sometimes out here, I swear. For some reason lately, I feel like the transition from auto drive to course play has been kind of difficult for them. And it's like they just get dumb and they forget how to course play. It's kind of sad, to be honest. But that's okay. We'll probably just fix both while we're here. Wait for the other one too. Make sure it's actually going to do its job. That's what we'll do. Got a little bit of straw out here. Oh, I thought I picked all that up. I mean, Horseplay picked it all up. I definitely didn't pick it up. Alright, what's wrong with you? You need to be back there, okay. Put it reverse then, Terror. Back it up. Back up, Terror. Put it reverse. Alright, let's see. Is that gonna work? My truck's totally in the way now. I didn't think it was actually gonna work, I'll be honest. I thought for sure he just wasn't gonna lower and actually seed. Alright, get out of your way, I promise. Don't run me over. Hell, about that. Alright, you gonna work or you gonna go stupid too, buddy? What's gonna happen here? It looks like it wants to work. And then it just drives away and can't figure out life. That's exactly what happened. He's like, I'm good. I can't figure it out. Okay. Okay there, Boomer. Alright. And we'll just do that magically now. He can see where he's supposed to start. And he'll stop there and unfold. For some reason, they don't like to do that the first time anymore. Here lately anyways, I don't know. Alright, you gotta drop it like it's hot. Get after it, let's go. Alright, good job. They are starting with centers and then they work on outside rounds at the end, so. Betcha. So maybe when we get done over there, we come over here and work on outside rounds first. Oh boy. Alright, so those guys should be good to go. I didn't actually look and see how long it's going to take to plant, but like I said, we'll be over at the other planters before they're done. I have a feeling. Which is totally fine. We can help out. So not a big deal. This one will have to get herbicided, by the way. So we didn't plow it because we didn't have to. So if I don't have to plow something, I'm not going to. Although it would cut down on the herbicide use. But herbicide doesn't really cost much, so it's okay. And you don't really use that much. So it's even better. Alright, let's go find our tractor. Shredder and seeder. Get after it. Still don't know if we get these cows when we buy that, by the way. Still not sure about that. It's like there is a cow barn there. But I think it's just a decoration. That's what I really think it is. I think it's just a decoration. Could be wrong. But I think it's decoration only. Alright. to the trusty versatile. It's sinking in the ground. Let's go. Thing unfold. Let's go. We got soybeans to plant, chat. Soybeans to plant. There's be a lot of soybeans. We're not going to be able to put all this in the dairy. Definitely not. Although the only big field is 6, I guess. The rest of them are all tiny, so. I'm gonna try and hang on. Here we go. Let's go. I'm set for 1 headland. Set to 2. I did not set to 2. Hold on. Alright. Took an hour. Oh, man. Chad, I hope it's just in my headphones, but I'm getting like a little static once in a while. I hope you guys are not hearing that. For the record. I really hope not. It's mostly when the scanner, like from the scanner, so it could be the scanner itself. Giving me a little static once in a while. Scully, it's going. How are you? Doing well, doing well. Not hearing any static. No static here. Alright, is my headphones going bad, I wonder? Because I just hear static once in a while. I really hope not. I like my headset. I have had it for a while. Long time, actually. Gotcha, Scully. Good, good. All good here, man. We're just planting some beans. We got 4 planters rolling right now. And, you know, no frame rate rolling, but that's okay. It is running a little tough right now, but it's alright. We could restart at 3 o'clock, actually. We might actually do that, to be honest. That almost 22 gigs of RAM up there is probably not a good thing. If I had to guess, to be honest, so. Not a good thing at all, how much RAM we're using on the server PC right now. So we might do that, actually. I should have so here's the thing. When the server's working and, like, people can just come and go when they want and, like, actually join, I really don't like to restart the server. And so it's one of those things where, like, it's working, so I really hate to restart it, but I know it could work. But we could have more frames anyway if we restart, so. I don't know, Scully. I know if you remove all your trees, you're probably going to have some issues. Yeah. No, I think, honestly, what's going on right now is just FarmSim has a memory leak on the server and probably on just all the time. When you first start a server up, it's running about 3.5 gigs. And, well, this thing's been running since at least Saturday without a restart. So, because again, when it's working where people can actually just join and we don't have to, like, you know, restart just so people can join, and then 10 minutes later it doesn't work where people, you know, it kind of gets annoying. So sometimes when it's working, and I don't want to restart it. But we're up to 22 gigs, just over 22 gigs right now. So, you know, it just sits there and creeps up and creeps up and creeps up. You know, it never goes down. So, yeah, I think maybe at 3 o'clock we should have our seeding done by then. We'll maybe hit the button on it and restart it real quick. It only takes a second, so yeah, maybe we'll do that. It definitely won't hurt. Although then we probably won't be able to join it, so. Yeah, that's the fear. That is definitely the fear. But yeah, I think it's just a memory leak issue going on right now. I mean, that computer has plenty of RAM, so like 22 gigs is really not that much in the grand scheme of that computer. So yeah, it's fine. But it's all good, I guess. We'll get it restart. We'll hit a restart at 3. I think that's a solid strat. Because like I said, if nothing else, we'll have all of our dirt work done by then, so. Yeah. And we got to mow. Like, mowing's our next thing to do after seeding, so a refresh before mowing could be a really good thing. Or a restart before mowing could be really, really good for life. So we'll probably do that. Because mowing can be a little difficult on things anyway, so mowing can definitely be framey. Yeah. So we'll do that. Not a big deal. Only takes a couple minutes, honestly. I'm not gonna restart the machine. I'll just restart Farm Sim. Between now and what, Thursday, I'll restart the machine at some point, but not today. I think I have another. I don't know what it means, but the little Windows update thing has a blue dot on it. So does that mean there's like an optional update or something? I don't know what that means. But that is currently lit up on that computer, so maybe that, I don't know. Look into that. But I honestly don't know what that means. Yeah, it's all good. That was a terrible turn on my part. Went out way too far, but that's alright. Because normally there's like an orange dot when it needs an update, not a blue. I don't know what the blue means. No idea. That's okay. All I know is we only have a little bit of ground to cover. We'll probably divide and conquer on 32, 34 because tiny fields, and then we'll go help on 6. Which actually, they're marching across 6 already. It's amazing how much ground you can cover when, you know, they just go back and forth. Of course, they're doing the faster part of the field first, which is the back and forths. They'll do the slow part at the end, so. It looks like they get a lot done at first, but. Oh, we're up to 22.1 gigs of RAM now. It's just creeping up the whole time. I kind of wondered like how high it would go. That's kind of why I left it go too, honestly. But yeah. All right. Go. Thanks for the hydrate. Big dog, what's going on? Rats. Oh, I need to put it in high gear. And go faster. See, I lack the, although not really lack. This tractor's plenty of power, but on the turnaround, sometimes I can lack the speed a little bit. Doing a lot of farming. Let's go. I resemble that remark. I'm going to put some serious hours on this map in the next 2 weeks to try to progress this map as far as we can. So before the DLC and we switch. So lots of late nights in the next 2 weeks, and I'm okay with that. Lots of course play. Lots of auto drive. Lots of auto drive. Yeah. Auto drive is probably my most used mod, second to the map right now, you know? To be completely honest. Auto drive is kind of life for me on this map. Just the amount of TMR that we're moving, the amount of dry corn today, carrots, propane, the amount of propane I've moved would absolutely suck if I didn't have auto drive. It would be terrible. I would definitely have, if I didn't have auto drive, and I was trying to play this map exactly how we're playing, just minus auto drive, I would definitely have to have modded trailers that held like a lot more than what we have, you know, like a 1,000,000-liter trailer for sure. Because the amount of trips we'd have to make, which, I mean, it would just be a whole stream of hauling corn with what we have now. But I can fire up, you know, four or five trucks or whatever and just let it get the job done while we're, you know, planting soybeans or whatever. So it's very nice. Very, very nice. This is Judith Plains, Montana. Good old Judith Plains. That's what map this is, you betcha. Well, they're like half done with the back and forth already down there. Heck yeah. I'm here for it. This is a PC only map. It's a 4X, which means it's basically the size of 4 regular maps all put together. It's massive. It runs kind of hard, but it's a great map. It is a great map. Not bad. Welcome back for 5. Appreciate it. 5 stream streak. Really should be like hundreds by now, right? But they didn't have that feature for everybody then, so they do now. First time I think I would have held on to the door as windy as it is there, sir. But okay. The wind is literally howling outside, and first time just walked out the screen door and like just flapping in the breeze. It's a good way to rip a door off a house. He don't care. He is like a honey badger after all. He don't care. Just saying. Alright. And we had a truck issue somewhere. Oh, it's our TMR truck and our main homestead. Okay. Having a little bit of an issue. That's okay. And then we do have an issue there too, but that's not really a big deal. We'll get over there eventually to fix that. We're blocking up hauling a little bit of dry corn, but there's only like a couple truckloads of dry corn, so it really doesn't matter. A truck and a bit of dry corn, so not an issue right now, honestly. Not an issue. I'll probably go fix the TMR truck, though. That one is kind of not important to keep going, but since we're going to fast time again here after a while, yeah, it is important. Actually, that's we're making a lot of money off of the water buffalo, so definitely need to keep them fed. And to be honest, there's another cow barn on the radar, chat. I know we're trying to save up to buy common ground, but I think another cow barn will pay for itself pretty fast. You know, we have the TMR production, especially now. We replanted 17 in grass last night. Actually, that wasn't grass before, but we planted 17 in grass, and we also planted 35 in grass last night. So the amount of grass that we're going to have for making hay, and then if we have enough hay, we can actually use it to make silage too. So, yeah, that's not a concern per se. You know, we have plenty of cow food. And then if we come in here and we look at our mixer that we're using, it is down to 2.1 million right now, but we actually haven't turned it up with the production control mod. It's still set at just regular speed, which is kind of wild. And actually, if we wanted to, we could turn on the other recipe that doesn't use straw. We're only using the one recipe, so we could get actually we could get sugar beets and make a better recipe. We're not doing that though. Just because we can do something doesn't mean we have to. But we definitely could get sugar beets in here and, you know, we could. Doesn't mean I want to, but we could. No. I don't have anywhere to store them. Although, honestly, what's that thing hold? That thing holds 2.5 million. So if we planted the right size field, we wouldn't need to store them. We just take them right there. Oh boy! All right, I'm gonna go send this truck around just so we don't leave it out here. I don't want to leave it set. Forget about it. So many options. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to send that truck over to 6, because if we're going to need seed anywhere, it's going to be over there, but I don't think we will. But we're going to send it there anyway. Yep, that's the fun part. We have options. And then actually, if you keep going from there... So the first recipe is just hay and silage. Hay, silage, straw, which is what we're using. Hay, silage, straw, sugar beets. And then hay, silage, straw, sugar beet, and mineral, which that one would be super expensive to make because mineral is outrageous, of course. So now maybe if we had something where we could make the mineral, then I would consider running that recipe. That is the most efficient, makes the most TMR. So, but personally, I don't see doing that because to buy mineral is outrageous. So I don't really want any part of that right now. All right, let's go play in a little field, fix the guy in the homestead, and then we'll go help out in the big field, I guess, until it's 3 o'clock, and then we're definitely going to restart. I'll probably take my break and then restart after I come back, chat, to be honest. And then, actually what we should do before I take my break is get everything, like, stopped, sent back to the homestead. All the trucks and stuff, although they're all stopped up at Copper right now, so it's actually not the end of the world. But we can always drive the pickups around and find, like, the TMR trucks and get those going again and stuff. Which actually, you know, the one TMR truck's already stopped here. I might as well just leave it there for now. I was gonna go fix it, but now I'm gonna, it'll keep. Yeah, we should definitely do that. That, or it's easy just to tab around the map, but, you know, I'm not allowed to tab, so. There's that. Which means we'll have to drive to, like, all 3 of the cow barns and start their TMR tractors and zippers back up and stuff. It's not a big deal. It just has to happen, you know? That's okay. Alright. This is our next target here. Our cedar wants to unfold. I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure I hit the button. Pretty darn sure. Alright, we'll let this bad boy unfold and get after it. stop mall at Central Point? We could. Like, okay. Here, I'll stop this truck right here, actually. The ones for the... Yeah, like this one, I should be refueled and repaired too. The one for the TMR, they're sitting at the cow barns right now because the cow barns are all full. So at least we know where those are, you know? So, yeah. At least we know where they're at. Which they're fine until we fast time, obviously. Once we fast time, of course, they need to be running, so. Gotta keep those cows fed. And then we'll have to, at some point, chat, work on getting our milk wagon set up to run over to Copper Creek as well. Now that we bought the buffalo over there. And actually, there's not even a spot on auto drive for that, I don't think. No. So it would be somewhere right over here. So we'll have to get that going eventually. And then actually, if we buy this other barn down here, Plot 139, there's a barn, and there's a whole bunch of auto drive there. I'd probably clean up most of it. It's not even connected right now. Really, all we need is a feed line and a milk line. After that, the rest of that we're not going to use, so probably just get rid of all of it. To be completely honest. But I don't have the money to buy that right now, so I'm not worried about it. Well, I do have the money, but I don't. We are going to be selling soy milk in a month, and then dry corn in 2, so we will have money today at some point. Although remember, we're trying to save up money too. But I think cows are a good investment, honestly. I really do. Especially with the dairy that we have, we're honestly, without buying a whole bunch of cow barns, we couldn't hit capacity on that dairy. That dairy is cranked. Holds 5 million of your inputs and 5 million of your outputs. And right now we don't have it turned up with the production control mod, but it does 4,800 cycles a month at 30 milk per cycle. 30 to 20 is the recipe. So yeah, we can't hit capacity on that thing, and even if we tried. So yeah. And I have recently changed where we are storing our, all the factories were set on selling. That one's set on distributing now, so it's actually just storing it. Same thing with our soy milk. That was set to selling, but it's like, you don't really make money doing that. You need to sell it, you know, at the right month, in the right month of the year. So we should actually be, let's look. But yeah, there's 34,000 buffalo mozzarella. And then if we go here, there's 515,000 soy milk to sell. So biggest thing there is keeping the water wagon running. That little Fiat tractor or whatever, the water wagon, for some reason he likes to stop in the river and not actually like drive a lot. So I end up having to go up there and fix him a lot. I just tell him to go and he goes, and then he works for another hour or two, and then he stops. So I don't quite know what the deal is there, but it's okay. There goes the seed truck heading over to 6. That is a bad turn, y'all. Not gonna make that. I should do a second end row. Oh well. We're a little late for that. That's okay. 7.6 million, I think, chat. It's going to be really hard to do if I keep buying stuff too. I still think the water buffalo are a good investment. I think they will make us money back faster than like, you know, let's say buying a field or something. So we have a good amount of land now. We just gotta, you know, maximize what we have. And like, sure, growing soybeans and dry corn, it pays the bills. Don't get me wrong. But the buffalo mozzarella really pays the bills. Pays them quite well, actually. So that's kind of the reason for that. Definitely worth some good money. Alright, that was the most awkward light turnaround ever and kind of blurry because I'm not getting any frames, so. Oh boy. But we will be restarting the server in like 15 minutes, so maybe like 16, but right around 3 o'clock, we're gonna do it. Because we should be done planting. Yeah, we will definitely be done planting by 3 o'clock. Because those dudes are actually almost done over there. So, and then that's gonna be all of our fields anyway, so it'll be good. All of our fields will be done. Which is a good thing. Right. We're a little skipper here, and then we're off to 6 to help out. Might as well have the chaos all in 6, right? All 4 planners, why not? Alright, almost there. Let's go. That's it. Always do a massive pea harvest to help. Yeah. See, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know. I tend to lean more towards like corn and beans. Although honestly, the last like 3 or 4 harvests of beans, we haven't sold any of them. They've all been going to soy milk. The last harvest, we had a whole bunch. Tony actually came in. He started the soybean harvest that like one Sunday a couple weeks ago or whatever. And all those soybeans went to soy milk. Which is actually funny because he filled. Yeah, it only holds 900,000. But I came in that night and it was like full and there were trucks waiting. So, or I guess after I harvested some more soybeans, but yeah, we couldn't even hold them all up there, so. Probably need to, let's see, what's there? And that is turned up, by the way, yeah. So there's 272,000 there. Maybe we fill that like one more time and then whatever we have left over, we just sell. Because that does take forever to process down. So that's been 2 weeks, I think, since Tony was in harvest and all that. 2 weeks of real time, which is like a long time in the game for us. So it does take kind of a long time to process, to be honest. So shoot, they're on their last. I'm gonna send my guy home. There's no point, right? I mean, well, actually here, while I got the seed here, let's go ahead. I guess we can top off before we park. We should pressure wash and stuff, but I don't have one of those here, obviously. Who's blocked by an object? Oh, you're blocked by the fence in the corner, aren't you? Here, let's swing down there with tractor. That's what's going on. He's blocked in the corner. Oh, he's not. Never mind. Hey, he left a skipper, but he got out of it. That's okay. It's good enough. I'm cool with that. Alright, let's get this bad boy unfolded here and top off what we have. Last tank. Alright. Might as well be responsible and fill the seeders, right? Maybe. All right. Should be pretty good right there. Make me get in the semi-truck. Good mail. Make me get in the truck. The truck. See, it's funny, as soon as you get in, the light goes green. Like, oh yeah, I'm working. Yeah, sure. Working. I don't know what you're talking about. Working the whole time. No, you weren't. Alright, on to Copper Creek. Have fun. Bob's your uncle. Okay, so they're actually going to end way over there. This is not good planning on my part. I guess we just start walking. I don't have that fast run like Tony has, you know? Might as well just walk. It's okay. My character needs the exercise, right? Surprised my blue shoes aren't dirty. Must be coated in like Teflon or something. Yeah, because that's good. All this needs to be rolled, Chad. Imagine that. We don't roll anymore. Haven't rolled in forever. It takes way too long. Way too long. Especially when you get this many fields, this big of a area. We can run. Yo! I didn't realize we could run like this. Run, Forrest, run! Oh, man. So I have a cousin who named her son Forrest. Okay? And then she got mad at the kid's soccer coach when he was, you know, they just start playing soccer. Because the soccer coach said, run, Forrest, run. And that's a true story. It's a true story. She got mad because he said, run, Forrest, run. That's what you get for naming your kid Forrest. You know, like, it happens. I mean, you kind of just deal with it. Yeah, her name's not Karen, but it might as well be. Just saying, I never got along with that cousin. It's one of those cousins on mom's side of the family that we don't see anymore ever since, like, grandma died. Drama ensued, and yeah. And now she, yeah. Got very mad about that a couple times, apparently. Well, that's what you get for naming your kid Forrest. Saying. Oh, what time is it? It is 2:54 p.m. 2:54 p.m. here on Tuesday. I'm in central time zone here in the United States. Here in America time. Goodness. You betcha. What's going on? I try not to be too much of a redneck. It just kind of comes naturally, though. To be completely honest. It just kind of happens, you know? Run, Forrest! Run! Oh, man. Yeah, we don't talk politics or anything, so thanks. Have a good one. Oh, we don't go there. Just saying. Oh, boy. Yep, we don't talk politics. We don't talk really anything controversial or like even breaking news. I try to stay away from that as much as I can. Which is actually really funny, the breaking news one, because like everybody's super respectful about that for the most part. For the most part. Except for my brother. I have a brother that hangs out in chat nights and weekends, and he's the worst one with the breaking news. And the political stuff. He is the worst. But like everybody else is pretty chill about it, you know? But yeah. Alright, you just automod likes every comment you make. Keep trying, you'll get one through automod eventually. Oh gosh. Alright, let's go top this cedar off. Top this one off. And then we'll get ready to send it over to Copper Creek as well. That's where all the cedars live. Old Copper Creek. And we just got one more coming around the bend there. Two more technically, but one more. Be out of seed over here too, actually. Which is totally fine. Not a big deal. Rats. Mr. Bear, what's up? My day is good. How's your day? Did you get any more fish? Are you still fishing? I don't know. I don't know what you're up to. Oh, sure. Wait, the frames just got like way better after we got all the cedars fired. There's still one running around, but man, way better frames all of a sudden. Back to life today. I got you, Bear. I got you, Mr. Bear. Alright, I've got 800 liters of seed for the last planter, and that's it. Crap, I don't really want to have to go buy seed right now. I'm kind of broke after all, chat. Kind of broke, kind of not, you know. Kind of funny, actually. Alright, here's our last guy. The last one. Alright. A bit of static I keep getting is very annoying and very concerning, chat. If it's the headset or if it's the way I have stuff rigged up. I haven't heard the static on my like sound bar. When I'm not streaming, I have a sound bar on, subwoofer. Haven't heard it on there. I've just heard it on my headphones, so might be a problem. It's really annoying though, I'll be honest. Really annoying. Out of seed. Out of seed. That's not bad though. We got 3 of the 4 refilled. And all the fields planted that we needed to plant. Ain't bad at all. We'll take it. We will definitely take that. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do, chat. Since we just got see, there's the water guy. He's sitting there broken right now. He's sitting there broken. I'm going to send this truck there. And I'm going to go take my break. And when we come back, I'll restart the server. And then I'll be there to start the water guy back up. Because he needs to keep running. He needs to keep moving water, so.